Hey everybody, it's your boy Nerdicane. I'm doing a car video here. I'm doing a DNC style. I'm here at school. It's near the base, near Dobbins, so we might see some C-130s fly over, and I might have to pause for that. But trying to catch up on Darth Vader. We're at Darth Vader number 11. Right off the bat, DNC does car videos. I don't know how he does it. I'm in a bigger car, and DNC is like a taller person in a smaller car, and he does car videos. I tried doing it like he does, like this, and I just don't have enough room. I got my seat all the way back. I don't know how he does it. I don't know. But getting back to this is Darth Vader number 11. I'm picking this story back up. I have most of these issues. I got to find 13, but I will catch up. This is good. I like that. I'm still loving this story. It's still going. Very interesting insight into the development of Darth Vader after Revenge of the Sith, kind of getting established as, Darth Vader in the galaxy. Credit where credit's due. I want to say I hate participation awards. I've always hated participation awards. Ever since, even in elementary school, they used to give this thing called a citizenship award, and it was just like an award for kids who weren't really that good academically, or they weren't in the choir or the band or anything. They didn't give awards for PE, for being really good at PE. So they gave citizenship awards, and I don't know what it was about, but anyway, I was really upset they didn't give awards for PE, because in third grade I was the fastest kid in the school. Not the fastest third grader in third grade. I was the fastest kid in school. I could outrun every fifth grader. I was the fastest. And they don't give awards for that, but I digress. What I was about to get on to. Seeing Heather Antos's name in these Star Wars books feels like a participation award. This is like her coming up and getting her participation award. Because if you've read this story in this series, it edited anything like any of the books that she's been on for Marvel. You don't get this like jibber jabber word soup. The story flows well. It doesn't grind itself down with these enormous talky parts. I just imagine that this is, even when she was still working there, the adults in the room were like, oh, okay, yeah, you're part of the book, but we're not really gonna let you do a whole lot. It wasn't a verbal decision. It was kind of like one of those where all the professionals were like, yeah, we've seen her work on the other Marvel books. Let's not do this. So getting into the story we're back with the these like Sith disciples, and this book has made me realize that these aren't Sith. At least she isn't Sith. And I'll show you why, because basically they're tracking down a lead on a Jedi. And this part is actually really, really cool. Vader goes into this cantina, this bar, and God, look how beautiful this is drawn. There's backgrounds, there's foreground, there's middle ground, there's bystanders. They're doing such a great job with the Star Wars stuff, as opposed to so many other Marvel comics right now. You'll see so many where it would be just this group right here talking, and then it would just be like they would be floating in like pink space. There'd be no backgrounds. But this has background, this has foreground, middle ground, this has tone. Look at this. The lighting effects in here. That's so much. This is an elevator, and this is the room. And these lighting effects, that light is only in the elevator, but you see its glow around. Oh, that's so good. But he goes into this canteen and he's tracking down this Jedi. But it turns out it's sort of like a trap, and there's these bounty hunters who are waiting. There's like this family of friendly bounty hunters who are waiting for him. And this young lady uses a tractor beam gun, which I've never seen in the Star Wars universe. And now that I see it, I'm like, man, that's a pretty cool weapon, not just for disarming a Jedi, but for disarming any target that you're after. These bounty hunters are well written. I mean, the techniques that they use. So they try to take his lightsaber away, and in the process they wind up breaking it. And then she throws what looks, this is the mother, she throws what basically looks like and goes off like a smoke grenade, but it's not. It's actually another really cool thing. I don't know if I've seen one. Yeah, actually, yeah, the clone troopers used to use them. It's an ion grenade, and it basically disables electronic equipment in a short radius. I think they used to use a version of this in the Clone Wars against the droid armies. But he's got position. All these bounty hunters have high position down there. This is very good writing because they've thought out this operation on how to take down a Jedi. And they still think he's a Jedi of some sort. So, cut to that. And Vader's down there and he's trapped. He basically just starts throwing bystanders at him, and which I thought was pretty funny. Okay, here's the part where this is the ninth sister. She's not a Sith, and she's not a Sith disciple. She is just a Jedi traitor. And this is why. Because there's the rule of two amongst the Sith. There's always a master, there's always an apprentice. And the master and apprentice are always trying to test each other. The master is testing the apprentice to see if he's still worthy, or if he can, and the master is always trying to find a better apprentice. He wants the best apprentice he can get. And the apprentice is always testing his master, trying to overthrow his master and become the master. And that's how the Sith are so much stronger for there being so few of them. They're so much stronger than the Jedi as a group, because there's no room for weakness and they're constantly pushing each other. But if she were a Sith, she would actively be doing something to eliminate Vader. Instead, she's sort of passively doing nothing to eliminate Vader. This is this is like trying to a death by indifference, because he calls her and says, "Hey, bring me your lightsaber. I got to fight here." And she's like, "Oh, I guess my comm is fried too," and just stands there. So this is what a sort of a coward and a traitor would do, as opposed to an actual Sith. So I think these disciples, or whatever they're called, they're just dead people. They're gonna die off one by one. So we get a really, really well written and really well edited fight. A chase where he goes in a speeder chase where he chases down the family, and he basically just like throws a truck at him. That's awesome. It just shows you once again how powerful Vader is in this stage. And there's a really cool thing, he makes them, he wants to know who sent them, and basically makes them slice in and find out who put the bounty up. And I'm not going to ruin that. But here's the cool part. He found out, and he got them to slice and get the information he needs. And the mother and father are like, they're telling their daughter, "Go, just get away. This guy's going to kill us. Swear you're never going to take revenge on him. That way he has no reason to hunt you down." And she swears, and then this shows that there is still a little bit of good in Vader. This is good writing. It shows that there's still a little bit of good in Vader, because he says, "Okay, I agree. I'm not gonna kill the person. I'm not gonna kill you guys." So, it's just such a tiny little spot in the book, in the story, that a lot of people would miss it. And I think it really illustrates how, yes, there is, even in all this, even after the fall of the Jedi, he slaughtered Padawans and every Jedi he can get in. There's still a little bit of Anakin Skywalker, the good man who was Anakin Skywalker, in there to let them go. Move the needle on this. This is a really good series. I'm really enjoying it. There was like a 25-issue maxi series before this with ironically the same name. That was also very good. I'm trying to catch up on that. I might just go ahead and buy the trade paperbacks on that one. But yeah, I can say move the needle on this. Actually, I just noticed this. Um, they're doing a World War Hulk 2. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, while I have a few minutes, I'm going to take a little bit of time to say this. And I've noticed this with Marvel. Marvel, and I'm going to do a video on the staff of Marvel. Marvel right now desperately needs fresh blood, because I think about Secret Wars, and I think about Civil War 2, and now that I see this World War Hulk 2. If the writing staff, if the creative staff at Marvel is so creatively bankrupt that they're just going to do sequels to things that had happened before, then they desperately need a change at the top. A lot of people have suggested that Brevoort needs to go somewhere else, and I fully agree with that, because if they're just going to do stuff like this and they're just going to drag Old Man Logan out again, and even this is like just a really lazy amalgamation. If this is what Marvel's got, if this is the best the creative staff at Marvel can come up with, then yeah, they're pretty much creatively bankrupt and they need to be replaced. But yeah, the video that I got coming, and it's going to be more of the edited picture version. It's going to go into who's the hot young talent at Marvel, and I'm going to go kind of delve into that. But getting back to this comic book right here, this is good. This staff is really good. Heather Antos is picking up a participation award here. There's no way. When you read this and then go find something she edited on the normal Marvel line, and it's so different, that you'll see this and be like, okay, either this is the real Heather Antos, or all of those other issues were the real Heather Antos. And I think all the other ones were. I think this is, she had really little to do with this. But thankfully she's out of Marvel, and her time was so bad that she will never get picked up by Marvel or DC or any major publisher again. Maybe Black Mask or IDW, what's left of IDW. But this is good. Go get it. You guys should be picking this up from Marvel. If you love Star Wars, there's really no SJWism in here. It's just straight Vader, and at times it's very brutal, and at times it's there's still that little spark of Anakin Skywalker, the good man Anakin Skywalker, that pops in, and that's making that conflict, and those little flickers are making for a very good character development of Darth Vader. So thanks for watching. Thanks for your 13 and a half minutes. Hit a like, hit a subscribe. If you like this video, share it. Definitely, I'm trying to get my subscribers up. I want to get to 1,000. That way I can get monetized. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.